chosen ones, empaths. After a narcissistic relationship ends, you're very susceptible to being subject to infiltration from other narcissists out there. It's because you haven't done the healing and the inner work yet. So that's why it's particularly dangerous to think that you can shut a door on a narcissistic relationship and find someone straight away. I believe that by us not being properly healed and learning what we just dealt with and understanding fundamentally what we've been dealing with this whole time, there's plenty of other narcissists around our vicinity, and they seem to gravitate towards us, especially when we're vibrating low, because we're recovering from the abuse, we're recovering from the torment we was put through. And, you know, you might just fall subject to another love bomb. You know, if someone comes along, starts love bombing you, you might misinterpret that still and believe they're true and honest and kind and loving. And before you know it, you find yourself in the same situation again. You see, I went from psychopath narcissist to my ex-narcissist in my journey. And they wasn't immediately after each other. Well, the ex-narcissist and the psychopath friend, they were in at the same time zone. But I found myself wasting an awful lot of time with people that didn't deserve my time and didn't deserve my company, by me being not properly healed and awake, because they do infiltrate you, you know. If we meet someone new and we tell them about the abuse we went through, or we tell them, try and explain to them, they know how to exploit us. That's why often I would say, if you do meet someone new, you know, glaze over your past. Don't really be too specific about what happened, because it gives them the tools to be able to manipulate you more. That's what I believe. It gives them the tools to be able to manipulate you more. You see, we're so loving and giving and kind. We open our heart to people. And that's basically what we've got to learn to shut down. You know, we've got to keep our empathy, not to ourselves, but we've got to harness it correctly and not let it get into the wrong hands or the wrong people. Okay, we've got to make sure that we don't allow these other people to get our good side, because you're going to be spiritually attacked by these individuals. They will pop out. They will portray themselves as a savior, as someone to help you. But realistically, I believe that when it's so soon after the relationship and we haven't done our healing, it's very dangerous to be getting involved with people so soon. You've only got to think that however long ago it was when you met the narcissist, they seemed like a savior. They seemed true. They seemed authentic. They seemed good, right? These covert ones are going under the radar. And if we start confiding in new people about our past, it makes them understand that we was a victim of abuse and we're someone who can be exploited. Remember, these narcissists look at our love and our care and our generosity and our kindness as a weakness. They don't look at it as a strength. So if we start acting kind and caring and stuff to people too soon, they look at it as a weakness and someone to be exploited. You just need to be careful when you're out there meeting new people. You need to be very careful, because a lot of the times we rush into these new situationships from the fear of being alone for a while, right? I know being alone can seem like a daunting thing at first, But that's how I found myself with these new people. A few of them at that, where I found myself going down a path with these individuals that they didn't really have my best interests at heart. And I'm not saying they were full-blown narcissists. I didn't stay around them long enough to work it out, but they did have toxic traits about them, and they all were toxic. And this was immediately after the narcissist. I found myself being led down these paths with other people. So you've just got to be aware that after you get out of the relationship with a narcissist, beware of more narcissists in your vicinity. There will be more narcissists that try to infiltrate you, because fundamentally there's a plan from the dark side in a spiritual realm that wants to prevent you achieving and ascending and developing as a person. A lot of these people are brought in our life as a hindrance. It hinders us from our purpose. It prevents us finding our path. They're there to knock us off track. And that's why I can say, if you can withstand a period of alone time, not necessarily loneliness, but just spending time alone, if you can withstand that and go through that, you'll find that you'll find more meaning and purpose in your life, more than just giving your life over to another person. There's more to life than that. I know that we need relationships for mankind to continue on, and we need to reproduce and stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with taking a few months out and focusing on yourself and focusing on your healing and recuperating yourself after this relationship you were just in. I believe there's nothing more toxic than trying to heal through someone else. You know, when we're not fully healed and we meet someone, this is what the narcissists do. The narcissists met us, you know, after they were just with someone, or very shortly before. This is what narcissists do. And it doesn't mean you're narcissistic if you're feeling to move on or anything like that, because it's a natural inclination for you to feel to move on. I'm just saying, beware of other narcissists that are around the vicinity, because there's plenty of them around, ready to pick up and finish where the other one left off. That's what we don't want to fall into. We haven't got time to waste for these individuals. So I would say it's better to maybe get into a friendship with someone, try to learn a bit more about the person, try and form a bond, connect in those ways before you allow intimacy to be the main ingredient in your relationship. I know you might feel like you desire that, but I feel like the fundamentals and the foundations of a relationship being built on a friendship, and you can gain each other's trust and you can learn about each other, is a safer option. Because if you do need to disconnect, if you do need to cut loose from this person, it will be a lot easier to cut loose if you don't have the intimacy side of things instigating the relationship, right? So just be careful when you're out there. It's just a warning to be careful when you're out there around these new people, because there's plenty of narcissists. There's plenty of them that want to come and finish off the job that was started. And we can find ourselves going through our lives, going from one person to another person to another person. And when we look back in retrospect, we see just situations of abuse and abusive relationships, narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, and we just see that we've been captured by these individuals, and they've prevented us really blossoming in our own life and developing and ascending and becoming what we need to become. So I always say, just take a period of time, however long it might be for you. It's different for everyone, but just take a period of time to recuperate, take a period of time to abstain from relationships, and focus on yourself, and focus on your meaning, and focus on your purpose. And if someone comes along who's true, you'll be able to feel it. The longer you stay out of a relationship, you'll be able to feel someone's authenticity. That's what I truly believe. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.